Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Elder Chronicle Echoes of Blood. This is episode 5, Be With Me. So let's meet our vampires, starting with Avery.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hi, it's me, Avery, at Avery DeBoy on all the social media platforms. I style myself something of an internet personality, and today I will be playing everyone's favorite true-born son of Ireland, Adonais.
Thank you. As?
Hey everybody, I'm Az, or as I was on the social media, because I think I'm funny, and today I will be playing the Samisi, VL.
Luna.
Hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on all the social medias, including on Twitch, where I stream. I am the social media manager for the Rolling Nomads, and this time zone I will be playing the Banu Hakim Elvira.
Rachel.
Hello, everybody. I'm the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel, variety streamer on Twitch, and also the production coordinator over on the Rolling Nomads. And this time zone, I am playing Melita Wallenberg, the Nosferatu.
Thank you. And last but not least, Ramos.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gilbert Ramos. I am the CEO and founder of Rolling Nomads. I am found everywhere at Ramos the Nomad on all the social medias and all that good stuff. And tonight, I will have the pleasure of I'm having a stroke. Tonight, I have the pleasure of playing Karak, the Gangrel.
Very good. Thank you. I don't know how many times we do this, but we manage to get you through it, Ramos, every time.
I fuck it up every time.
So, yes, that's what I implied. So if you all are ready, last one's anfangen, and let's return to Berlin, exactly where we left off. Our elder vampires getting their first taste of the Camarilla, which is not too dissimilar from the princes of old, but what is dissimilar are these modern Cainites, or Kindred, as they call themselves. Their manners, the way they hide themselves, the hollow pomp and circumstance, and the lack of knowledge of what came before, which some of you are finding out firsthand. Melita, you wanted to speak with members of your clan, Nosferatu. You're up here on the dais. Elvira is to your right, speaking with the prince. But you're speaking, or looking to speak with the sheriff, who is sitting to the left of the prince, and also to the right of the prince, excuse me, who is also, beside her are two other Nosferatu. One of them looks fairly average, just looks like he might be a leper of some kind. However, the other one is completely covered up, sort of like how you are, with a hood and glasses and just a lot of layers covering their face. And when this sheriff you've heard of, Heidi, sees you, she says, "So, finally I am to meet an elder. How nice."
Melita's going to get really close, kind of looking them over, and she's going to say, as a not so eloquent companion of mine might ask, I'm curious, how many winters?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Your age, how old are you?
Well, when I was emplaced, let's say that Madonna was top of the charts.
I do not know who that is.
I'm sorry to hear that. There's something called a Spotify. You should go find out what that is and listen to someone called Madonna.
Interesting to see some of our kind up in front center in a place of power like this.
Well, not many clans can master the art of punching someone in the face and then disappearing before they see who punched them.
I see. I guess to my question, to my earlier question, my reasoning was to see if you knew of my mother, my sire, Baba Yaga. I've heard some very unsettling things, and I'd like to hear it from the mouth of someone like me.
Unless your sire was John Wick, I'm not entirely sure that I can help you with that.
Yet again, this John Wick is brought up to me.
When you are looking for Spotify, you should also look for something called Netflix. Perhaps you can watch it as well.
Interesting. So, how did you become sheriff then?
I'm the best suited for the job. Is that not obvious? You see, I'm not intimidated by you or frightened of you or your friends.
Curious indeed.
They're scarier things in Berlin than you. They stand 11 feet tall and have claws and fangs.
I guess then my next question would be, how have you been handling the Tremere in this age? Do they still attempt to steal us?
Steal you? For what? Certainly not fashion advice.
The gargoyles. Do you...
Gargoyles like the ones in front of the buildings. Like the Altbau, the ones who weren't destroyed in the bombs. Those?
Again, with this, have we already forgotten what they have done to us so easily? No. They have in the past, where I'm from, they've been taking us and turning us into abominations.
Well, if they are doing such a thing, I suppose that you should talk to Eugen about it. I've heard no such whisperings.
Troubling. And what, pray tell, do you know of what was her moniker? The Tremere, the witch. The
Witch of
The
Kudam.
witch of yes, that one.
Club is awesome.
Any way in that you know of? Of course, someone like you, someone like us, would have some secret paths that we might be able to take.
Sneaking around is not really my thing. If you want to get in, I suggest that you get better clothes and maybe a better attitude. A little cooler, perhaps.
I do not feel heat anymore.
Yes. Well, I suggest then you wait in line and see if someone will let you in.
What are her companions doing as we're having this conversation?
The one who looks like he's got leprosy is playing with his fingers. He's like listening but not listening. He's trying not to be noticed. The one who's covered in layers it's hard to tell because he's wearing sunglasses, but he's very intently listening to everything that you're saying.
She's gonna look to the one that's been listening. Do you have any information? Any knowledge to share with me?
He looks up to Heidi.
Look at me, not her.
And Heidi swings her legs back from around her the arms of her chair and sort of leans down on her elbows onto her knees. You don't tell my child what to do. I tell him what to do.
Melita's gonna stare at Heidi. My apologies. And then back to my question.
He shrugs his shoulders. Heidi leans back in her chair and resumes her comfortable position of basically sitting in this chair like a teenager. And she says, if you want answers about the Witch of Kudam, go talk to the Tremere here at court. I don't have any answers for you outside of, tips and tricks on how to fit in there. And, which house mixes are the best.
I'll keep that in mind. You may yet see me again. And I'll move on.
Speaking of moving on, Croc. You were searching for the primogen of this court. The gangrel primogen, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you see her as she has been described to you. Lily described her to you as a Wolf of Wall Street, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. You see that she is lounging on like a settee, and she has something in her hand that's extended long, and whatever is at the end of it is smoking, and she keeps like sucking it in and blowing out smoke. So it's like like when you were at Akua's place, it's like some sort of shisha of some kind, as he called it. And she has a couple of what are clearly her pups that are sitting around her, sitting on the floor, and one of them is sort of leaning next to her, and she's talking and laughing with them. One is masculine, one is feminine.
Karak will approach and just, upon getting within like 5 feet of her, just, is this what passes for the untamed in this era?
And she looks up at you. She has this sort of small hat with a veil on it that comes just above her eyeline. And she smiles at you. Her lips are very red. Her teeth are very white. And she says, well, you certainly are the embodiment of what I would consider to be untamed.
How many winters, Pop?
How many winters? Oh, that is a phrase I have not heard in a long time. My last winter was at the Winter Palace, in fact.
Which palace?
Not here. Far from here. About, to answer your question, about 115, 125 years ago. It's hard to remember after so much time.
It'll only get worse.
Perhaps.
And why are you here?
Well, I am the primogen for the Berlin court.
Well, what does that mean?
I manage the affairs of the gangrel in the city, the ones who fall under the ivory tower, or soon will, or should.
Should.
We have a little, let's call it anarchist problem.
Explain.
Well, here we have structure, we have nobility, we have stability. The anarchs, they just want chaos for the sake of chaos. They want the illusion of freedom at the cost of all of our own lives. My clan, or should I say our clan at one time, left en masse to become anarchs, but many of us have seen the error of our ways and have returned to the true kindred path.
There is no path, but the one you walk.
The one I walk is the correct one. It is not my fault that others of our blood cannot see that.
Not here to debate your politics with you. What I'm concerned about is the words you use. You say under the tower. In my day, we were under no one.
Yes. A kindred alone is a kindred surely fated to die an early undeath.
And yet here I stand.
Yes, but I do believe you were asleep. The rumors are to be true. For several hundred years. I do not think that you can claim that you would have survived long alone had you never slept.
Suppose only time would have told. And time will tell us.
Time would have told, but time cannot tell us. You can tell us, though. What is it that you hope to achieve here in the city, and, do you plan to stay?
What does that seem like, storyteller? Does she seem
can
hoping that I'm gonna leave?
You can roll me a wits and insight.
You said wits and insight?
Mm-hmm.
Lol, I'm gonna blood search. I get hungry.
What hunger does that put you on?
3.
So you hear the voice of Prince Alexander in your mind, and he says, "Come, Karak, this is nothing like when we were together. You saw how my party looked. This is a pale comparison, so why don't we just turn this into the bloodbath you turned mine into, and then we can go and do something far more interesting. Come on, don't be shy now. You certainly weren't with me."
Silence. 5 successes.
Okay. Yes, she does absolutely want you to leave.
I think I'll linger here and be sure that my clan finds their way. Finds a path that they can walk freely. Under no one. Unless, of course, someone would challenge me.
Oh, I
Then
wouldn't.
we'd have a discussion.
I wouldn't dream of challenging you. If you want to stay in the Berlin, I'm afraid you will end up disappointed. But if you enjoy traveling alone so much, there are many, many other domains that would be glad to have the instruction of an elder. Perhaps some of the cities in the New World would interest you.
You wouldn't dream of challenging me.
Well, I don't dream to begin with, but no, I wouldn't. What's the point?
Have you lost your fangs?
No, I keep them firmly set in my mouth.
Where are your teeth? You wouldn't dream of challenging me? I know you want me gone. I can see it. If I'm going to stay and threaten everything that you hold dear, and believe me, I'm going to threaten your very way of life. What would make you hold? What would make you stop? You would just let me.
No. If you wanted my position, if it's truly what you wanted, to serve under Prince Kasim and the court of Berlin, to raise up the next generation of whelps, well, you are welcome to it. There are many, many other cities in this beautiful country, and in my own, that I could venture back to.
So you would run then?
What did you say? Gangrel should travel, and travel alone. Perhaps I should take you up on the offer. See it for myself.
And you are the one that leads our clan.
In Berlin.
Weakness. Pitiful weakness.
As you say, no reason for you to stay there. Wouldn't want to harm your sensibilities.
You labor under a prince, under shackles, under chains. All for titles and wealth. We were meant to be more. I'll look to the pups. We were all meant to be more.
Well, if more is a kitty cat on a graphic t-shirt, then yes, I can see that.
There was another that sought wealth. A man who sought wealth and titles and nobility. Long ago. And do you know what happened to him?
He had everything he wanted.
He was killed by a beast in the dark.
Am I supposed to glean something from that story? I am a beast in the dark. It is not my fault that you do not understand how we have evolved, or some of us have. But I imagine that you didn't wake up from torpor 700 years into the future simply to threaten me and mock my way of on life. Or perhaps you did.
I came to assess. And I'm disgusted.
Well, I failed the test. Whatever shall I do? I suppose I'll have to cry myself to sleep with all of my money and my titles and my wealth.
I will take another step closer. And
She blows smoke right in your face.
I will activate shape change.
What's a Roth check?
I don't get hungrier.
And what do you shape change into? You don't have You don't have the one that goes up from there. That I'm blanking on the name of. Is it It's not metamorphosis.
I think it's metamorphosis. Yeah, it's called metamorphosis.
Yeah, so you can only change to something your size, which is, like I said, as we've described Karak, he's short and stocky.
Yeah. We're gonna go, we're classic about it. We're gonna go wolf. Just in a very, feral capacity. Just growl, bare fang, and let drool drip from his maw.
Mm-hmm. And you do that, Arena sort of leans forward in her chair. She dabs a little ash off of the end of her cigarette near you. And she says, "Oh yes. Very ferocious. And very foolish. You're in Elysium, Elder. And in Elysium, we do not use our powers." And it is at that moment, Karak, as Adonaith is making his way over to Kasim to talk about Marika, and Elvira is in conversation with Kasim, and as Melita is leaving Heidi and Kasim both stand up. So Adonaith, Melita, and Elvira can all be privy to this conversation as well. Kasim stands up and he says, "My Lord Karak, I must kindly ask you to return to your form. Powers in Elysium are forbidden." And Adonaith and Elvira can both notice that he has his hands to his sabers.
Karak will turn to face him, still in his wolfen shape. And then pause for a moment before sort of just letting the ceasing to show his fangs and the teeth and shift back. And he says, when he returns to human form, he'll speak and say, "I like when princes ask for things."
And you can tell that your Greek to Kasim is sort of, he doesn't quite understand what it is that you mean. So he looks to Adonaith, Elvira, and Melita to help translate what it is that Karak is saying.
Yes, Elvira ponders what to translate and will simply decide to say, "You'll have to forgive my companion for his rudeness. He's not built for court, it would seem."
I am more than happy to accommodate much with your newness, all of your newnesses to the modern knights. Unfortunately, that is one that is most common in the courts, and one that I cannot let slide, as they would say.
Could you do it? And Adonaith will just look to his hand on his sword. Do you think you really could?
I'm a man of honor.
He's not.
Just so. I would attempt to subdue him first, slay him if I must. And my court would join me in the fight. They are on duty bound, and if they did not, they would face consequences far more dire.
There's only consequences if you survive, Prince Kasim. I'm glad we understand each other.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. And seeing that you have changed back, he sits down. And as that's going on, Vio, you have made your way over to the Samitsi Primogen. Curious to meet them. And it is a woman called Sabina von Boris. She also has 2 childer, one masculine, one feminine. They are not seated on the floor like with the Gangrel Primogen. However, they are seated next to her to her left and to her right. They're all sitting very proper, very straight back. They don't seem super interested in being here. They don't seem like they're enjoying themselves.
Is this all of us that are in this tower?
The Primogen, Sabina, turns to you. She has very long... She has red hair like Lily's, but hers is much nicer, shinier, longer. She looks better upkept. Her skin is like porcelain. Her childer as well also look perfect, like statues. They're not transformed into their ideal form. They're transformed into the ideal form that you would imagine from a human being. And she says, "'Tis a miracle. that there are as many of us as there are in the Ivory Tower.
And why would you say that?
We are nominally part of the Sword of Cain, the Sabbat.
The Sword of Cain.
Oh, yes. One of the founders was one of our own. And the La Sombra, of course.
So we built our own faction, as it were.
Yes. Founded on the idea of eating elders. She smiles viciously.
Do you know the name of the one who started this faction?
Of course. Everyone knows their name. It strikes fear into the heart of everyone in every ivory tower across the world. Vikos.
Vio's back just kind of straightens and fear and change. Amazing that he actually did it.
Rumor is, but of course unsubstantiated, likely promulgated by himself, or herself now, in the modern nights, that she ate the eldest.
Is that so?
That is what she says.
Well, I might have to see for myself.
No one has seen Vikos in 30 years or more. 30, 40, 50, something like that. Since the 90s, whenever they were.
That's no time at all.
It is a long time for someone as infamous, dangerous, and ambitious as Vikos not to make an appearance.
Her ego didn't allow for anything other than the spotlight. So that is concerning. I do have other concerns. Why do you appear as you do?
Because we choose to? Is it a trick question?
No trick. I have many years of tutoring, if this is something that you would like, given your new attempts. We used to do so much more with flesh and bone.
She reaches out a perfect finger, no wrinkles, to you and sort of goes like this. The Camarilla fears us and what we can do. They fear the myths, the legends of the flesh cathedrals. They fear our woods. So we do this instead. And she sort of touches either one of her child or like this.
So we hide their right to fear us.
Yes.
But they have offered sanctuary? They know nothing of hospitality.
Yes. And the prince is a fool. A pretty fool. A strong fool. But a fool.
I would recommend maybe keeping those notions between our clan.
I would be more than inclined to offer an invitation to my home on any night you choose.
I will accept your invitation and be in touch.
Enjoy the Elysium, Elder.
You may call me Vio. Blood of my blood.
Perhaps, when you feel I have earned it.
It's good to know that manners are not lost in these modern nights.
Not in our clan.
And Via will bow their head just slightly and then grab Lily's arm, where she's probably been panicking the whole time.
Lily is nowhere near you.
Oh. I'm going to go find my retainer because
Wits and awareness. Adonaiath. You approach Kasim. Elvira is still there. They're still in conversation. They were speaking in Arabic before the interruption with Karak, so Elvira, you're also here for this conversation. These Elysium are a lot more dull than you would imagine. I saw you spoke with Marika. Is everything all right?
She's to be released. And you and I are to come to an accord to make that happen.
Yes.
This is not a demand, just a setting out of an agenda.
She will be released when Sahira is no longer a threat to the domain.
Then clean your fucking house.
It is my intention.
Do you find yourself not yet spurred?
I find myself weak in the path that I must take. Therefore, I have sought assistance, and he looks to Elvira. A member of my own clan could understand how difficult it is to carry out duty in the face of conviction.
You think I don't understand? I think as much as you think you know about the ties that bind between the children of Hakim and the children of Saulot, you don't really understand at all. It's good that you're beautiful, Prince Kasim.
Yes, I've heard that more than once. In whispers and to my face.
Then lean on the strength of your elders. Release her soon, or I will return with a vengeance that will wipe this court clean from the face of the earth, and the people of the modern knights will know what it is to be touched by the hand of God. Have I made myself clear, Prince Kasim of the Honorable House of Berlin?
Your words are quite clear, my lord. I am no stranger to slaughter. I do not wish it upon my people.
It would not be slaughter. It would be simple, an act of the divine. Now where is your warlock? I will have words with the usurper.
I will point him out to you if you swear to me that no one in this Elysium will come to any harm by your intentions or others.
I have been stripped of blade, and I am honor bound by the scriptings of your decorum. But what happens when he walks out those doors between he and me is a reckoning promised by God.
There will be no leaving the Elysium, not tonight. You are invited, nay encouraged, to stay here. We have reports not only of anarchist activity, but also human activity in the streets that pose a threat to us.
Your concern is touching. But I am Adonaiath, child of Uriel, child of Samuel, child of Saulot. I walk where I choose. Kasim Batama.
The doors will not open here until tomorrow evening. The windows either. He is in the corner.
You should know better than to lock a man in on guest rights, my prince.
It is for the safety of us all, unless, of course, you would like to take up your arms against An automatic weapon.
I don't even know what that fucking means.
Precisely. So perhaps, instead of instructing me to listen to my elders, you should also listen to the ones who walk these modern nights and understand them better than you do.
When
You
it's relevant,
have my
I
leave.
certainly do.
You have leave, my lord.
Oh, I'm dismissed.
For now.
Your lordship.
Well, as you go, you see that Melita is also going. He turns back to you, Elvira. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be crass with him, but I was suddenly taken back to my time in Medina with the Seven Salubri there, and they all talked the same way. It got a little much after a while.
It does grate on you. I did not want to undermine your authority by interrupting or interjecting. Simply observing. I respect your leadership here. I think you have more than just your beauty, Kasim Batama, my prince.
I appreciate that. I do try, but I fear that as overzealous as Lord Adonaiah is, he is not wrong.
Certainly, there is truth to what he said. Your house, as it were, does need cleaning.
Perhaps it is a cleanse we can do together as clanmates.
She raises an eyebrow. Perhaps.
If you have wished to talk to Eugen as well, please.
Yes, I would like to know the nature of the warlock sorcery, if you would excuse me.
He nods his head at you.
Adonaiah will put a hand on Kurok's shoulder as he walks by. Come on. You shot the bad enough for all of us.
Don't think I didn't hear your own displeasure, Adonaiah.
I've told you well, we slept for most of it. We're more alike than we are different. So stop being such a fucking toad, and let's talk to this warlock.
Fine. And then maybe we can talk to your prince.
Oh, come now. After all, we are the only equals to any of us in this room. Let her play her games, Kurok. She's entitled to them.
Lead the way. Hand of God. And he'll let out a small laugh.
Oh, no. I've led for long enough. Elvira, would you mind taking point on this one? Or maybe even Melita. You seem like you've got a curb of hunger to you.
I'm also very displeased with what I am finding in this court, but I would prefer to keep the back.
Then
She's
why
gonna look
don't we
out there.
just kill these fucking people?
Because we are under their hospitality.
And they have fallen from the grace of the blood that flows in their veins.
Be that as it may, they are not lost causes.
They're no different than the usurpers. They have inherited blood that should have never fucking belonged to them.
And most don't seem to remember where they came from.
They've forgotten their path, Elvira. They've forgotten you and all that came before you. Everything that you stand for, everything that you believe. These are not our people. These are not our clan.
No. But they do lead into the future if our clans are to continue.
And here they are hiding in holes in the darkness.
You know what an automatic weapon is, Karak. I certainly
I know that I could face it with this many kindred. With
Sounds
this
pretty-
many of us?
It sounds pretty fucking cool, though. I'd like to see one.
Vio.
I got 5 successes. She has my peacock. I'm about to cause a scene.
You can catch up with your compatriots, if you like, as they're speaking in not so hushed tones with each other.
I need you all to get yourselves under composure.
Have you begun to lick the boot of a prince as well, Vio? Have you finally fallen down from on high, down from Olympus, down from your lordship, down from your clouds of gods?
I crawled over more bodies than you've ever made. Still your tongue and find my belongings.
Still my tongue, Vio. Why? There's no violence in Elysium when you wouldn't dare to violate their hospitality, now would you?
I believe we are now getting a little off point. We do have someone that we need to meet.
Could I use my heightened senses to try and look for Lily?
That's going to be a wits and resolve.
8 successes critical.
Valid crash out.
Mm-hmm. You hear a faint heartbeat, but she's not down here. She's somewhere else in the palace, far away.
And that's... Adonais says nothing and just starts moving.
When you get to a certain point, Sibylla stops you. The Malkavian, claimed to be the keeper of Elysium, with her long dark hair and her very tight white dress. And she appears out of nowhere. And now you know she was obviously obfuscated somewhere, not supposed to be using powers in Elysium. And she puts her hands up, and she says, "Your flower just needs a minute. She will return to you. I would never let anything hurt her."
I will take the cross out of my shirt and with my 3 dots in true faith hold it up before her.
You need to roll those dots in true faith and resolve.
5 successes.
She backs up several paces. Don't
Leave my way, stone in my sandal, be gone, ye unclean spirit. I will fetch what is mine.
What is mine?
Don't say I didn't warn you, Domhnall. You walk along a long passageway. Many, many windows. Curtains billowing. Some of the windows are cracked open. They're being closed by ghouls or human servants of some kind. Eventually you come to where you hear the heartbeat, and as you get closer, you can just tell that it's erratic. And she's behind a closed door. It's a bathroom. And the door is locked.
Lily opened the door.
Lily's voice comes through. I need a minute, please.
Are you pessing? What?
No. Does Vio want the peacock?
Yes.
It wanted to go look at the library. It wanted to try some of the books. It's in the library.
Which way?
It's on the ground floor where the Elysium is happening.
Theo turns and heads that way.
Good luck finding your cock.
Good luck finding yours. You've seemed to stuff it everywhere this evening.
I'm fine. Thank you.
You're obviously not. Your heartbeat's erratic. I can hear it.
I'm just upset and I need a minute, so thank you very much.
I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere.
Great.
I'm going to make sure that our dragon...
Oh, Christ, I forgot you were here.
I'm going to make sure that our dragon is accompanied.
Oh, well, the other two of you fucking find the goddamn warlock.
Shall we, Elvira?
Yes, I would like to maintain our objective. And I'll just start walking.
After everyone starts walking away, you hear the door unlock and Lily opens it. She's clearly been crying. She's like, Yeah, let's go back to the party. I'm super ready to go back to the party. Thanks for coming check on me. It's awesome. Thanks. Good.
Why are you crying?
I don't want to talk about it right now, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
So, but cool, man. Thanks. I can't wait to go back a bunch with the other people. Let's go.
Do you want to leave?
Can't leave.
Does
I was already told we can't leave.
Doesn't mean we have to go back there.
Mm.
It's a big fucking palace. I'm sure there's some trouble we could get into. Right?
Why?
Just fuck those people.
No.
What, you don't want to get one back on them?
No. I'm sorry. I'm not all full of fire and vengeance like the rest of you. But apparently I'm gonna be, right?
No.
So,
You don't have to be.
Yeah, you say that. So can we just go back to the party and so where I'll just sit and wait for it to be over? Is that okay with you? Is that alright? Or are you gonna come following me then as well?
Oh, I'm more than likely going to follow you then as well, but you said it yourself, you're not safe around these people.
Yeah, I didn't think I had to worry about Malkavians though. That's new.
You should always worry about Malkavians. For Christ's sake, they're the worst.
I'm gonna go.
Melita might look like a monster, but they're monsters on the inside. Twisted up in their fucking prophecies and madness. And I'm an Irishman, I know something about fucking madness.
Yeah. Like a madness of when you wake up 700 years later and you find someone because a Malkavian several hundred years ago told you about looking for a lily. Yeah, stuff like that.
Aye. Well, before that, I must say, before that, my mother told me about you 1,000 years ago.
I'm gonna go find my friend Cassian, see if he'll talk to me. You do whatever it is that you're here to do.
I'm just gonna follow you. You don't need to acknowledge I'm here. I will not leave you unprotected again.
Whatever.
I'm glad we have an understanding.
Meanwhile, the rest of you. Speaking with Eugen. Eugen is a small, sort of almost bookish looking man. He's got wiry glasses and dark hair. It's slicked very short back. And he looks at all of you as you approach. He sort of adjusts his glasses. Good evening.
Good evening. May we sit with you?
I'm not sitting, but okay.
Regardless, we were told you have information on others of your clan in this city.
Vio, you could have collected your peacock and been there as well, by the way.
Okay, yeah, just has.
He was
all...
just eating books.
Good
eating
for
the paper.
him.
Yeah.
Knowledge is important. I'm glad he's getting it. He needs an education. Vio's taking the books he's eaten though, but to make sure that
He
they
liked
know,
the dusty ones.
Dusty. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Please repeat your question, Elvira.
We were told that you have knowledge and information on others of your clan in this city.
The ones currently residing in the city, or the ones who left Vandenberg after the prince died?
Currently residing.
You're speaking of the Witch of Kuda.
I am.
Yes. What is it that you want to know?
What is it that you can tell me?
I don't know. How many boons are you prepared to offer me?
Oh, I like you.
The feeling is not mutual. It's neutral.
Quite. I will offer you a minor boon if you tell me about her place of residence, this building she resides in.
Okay. I'm guessing you don't know how to use Wikipedia. That's fine. I'll take a minor boon for it.
That is what I offered.
For that particular piece of information, yes. I'll take some of your blood.
I don't think that's a good
Absolutely
idea.
fucking not.
Okay, well then, get on Wikipedia then. I don't know what to tell you.
Let me make this clear. We're not asking.
Okay, so if you kill me, you won't know either, so that's...
Is
on
this
you.
some sort of clan loyalty? Because it doesn't appear that she's part of this tower. She's not here.
She's not.
No, I suppose it is just the warlock's way.
Yeah.
Collecting the blood of other kindred.
If you have something better to offer me.
Your continued existence?
Not super worried about it.
Is there a kindred in this city that you wish to see eliminated?
Not one that I don't want to kill personally.
You don't seem like the type to get your hands dirty if you excuse me.
You're excused, you don't know anything about me.
Elviari is uncooperative.
What?
I'm not. I gave you my terms that you don't want to abide by them, that's fine.
Your terms were unsatisfactory. What if, because she will die, we gave you what she has? That's your thing, right? Knowledge.
What she has? Can you be more specific?
Well, we'd have to actually get into her haven.
Yeah, so that's like a maybe. She could have nothing but leather fetish gear in there, and I don't need any more of that. I have enough.
I highly doubt an elder of her age will have nothing to offer you.
You'd be surprised. She's so boring. She's been up in that club for like 30 years and done nothing else.
Then, young one, you know very little about how those of our age operate.
Okay.
What would you use this
asked
blood
for
for?
information, I gave you my terms. Those terms weren't acceptable. I said, well, what do you have to offer me? And all you're doing is saying random things that don't mean anything to me personally. You're asking information from me.
I offered you something more to my talents, and you said you would rather do it yourself.
Yes, anybody that I would want to kill, I'd want to kill personally. It's hypothetical. I don't have anybody that I want to kill. Believe it or not, dead kindred don't have a lot to offer once they're dead.
What do you want? You said blood, but for
told you.
what reason?
We do blood magic. Different rituals can be augmented with different blood, can do different things. It's handy to have.
Is that how you and yours created the gargoyles in the past?
Yes and no.
So you do know of them?
I know it from whisperings from books, journals written hundreds of years ago. There hasn't been a gargoyle made since the High Middle Ages, at least not legally.
Interesting.
So you're not interested in the death of another, that's fine. You're, for some reason, not interested in knowledge that the witch has, I'm sure. That's less understandable.
I don't believe she has any. I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but I'd have to be proven wrong first before I gave you information.
Well, I would need information to do reconnaissance and find out for you.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Do you actually know anything about her, or you've been sitting there in their study with your books?
Sure, I know plenty about her.
When
Do you
we
know
knew
how
her, she was Anastasia, right?
Well, the correct way to pronounce it is Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Anastasia, I know, it's hard. It's Russian.
Yes. Russian.
Slavonic, I think you might have called it in your time. He looks at you, Melita. You see, unlike the rest of these chuckle fucks, Tremere actually do their homework. We don't pay other people to do it for them, or we don't get chosen because we're pretty.
How secluded are we currently?
Not particularly. Nowhere in the Elysium is particularly secluded. You're within, maybe not, I mean, earshot if they have auspex, but you're within eyeline of the Venture Primogen. You're within eyeline of Heidi. Actually, everywhere in the room is with eyeline of Heidi.
My blood is worth a major boon. So you will tell me everything you know about this witch, and I will give you what you require.
And that blood in no way will be used to cause negative repercussions to us.
I swear that I will do nothing with anyone's blood that will cause negative repercussions towards you.
I assumed as much.
Never assume.
And I will roll up my sleeve with many holes in it.
You may
And
make me 3 rouse checks.
2 successes.
2 successes, so you increase your hunger by 1. What hunger does that put you at?
3.
So as you do that, your fangs stay descended in your mouth. You feel hungry. The beast rises in your throat and it tells you to kill and feed and kill and feed, but you can ignore it. Where do you pour the blood into?
I assumed this little shit has a vial and a syringe of some kind.
So did you ask him beforehand?
Yes, I offered my wrist to
Yeah,
him.
he does have a empty bottle that he puts it in. It's a mason jar and it closes with a latch. And he puts it in this bag that he's wearing. He's like, nice. What do you want to know?
Whatever you can tell us.
You're gonna have to be specific because I know a lot of things.
Let's start with the building. Any protections on it? How to slip past them?
Protections on the building. Well, she definitely has a protection against Canites, meaning that you won't be able to cross the threshold unless she allows it. Now, her magic's a little different than the magic that the rest of us tend to use, but that's because she's hella old. So, yeah, going in the front door, probably not the best way to do it. I can't tell you the best way to do it.
Is it because you do not know, or because you do not want to tell?
I don't know. Sneaking around's not really my thing. Knowing more things than you do is actually my thing, I guess.
Is there a way to break these protections beforehand?
Sure, but you'd have to be able to see them, and you'd have to have the time to find them all and scratch at them, I suppose, to remove the blood that she's used, and you know, that might give your game away, but what do I know?
So our best bet would be to find another way in.
Probably. But again, that's not really my expertise. You want a history on the building?
Why would we need history on the building if
I don't know. You gave me like a liter of blood.
she has protections on the building? Does she have protections on her retainers? What are we walking
Well,
into?
her retainers tend to be thin bloods. She tends to not make ghouls, Thin Bloods are both her food and her friends, and her bodyguards, and her cannon fodder. So I highly doubt that you're going to run into any humans in there. You're just going to run into a bunch of Thin Bloods, and, like, who cares? So, I mean, they can be dangerous if there's too many of them and they sort of overrun you, but, you know, they're real squishy. If she has protections on herself, I don't know. Don't touch her.
These Thin Bloods, are they particularly loyal? Are they treated well by her?
They are particularly loyal because no one fucks with you when you are the Witchakudam's little bitch. Because, you know, she could make the blood boil inside of your... the vitae boil inside of your body and make you explode if she felt like it. So, best not to fuck with her.
Is there a way we could quickly put her down?
Flamethrower? Throw a moving train at her?
About one of these automatic weapons we keep hearing about.
Ah, you're gonna have a difficult time finding that in Germany if you aren't part of Interpol.
I do not know what Interpol is.
Not important. Not really.
So she has Thin Bloods and magic.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you get a big old sword, start swinging it around, you can just, you know, lay waste to the place. I don't know. Not really my area of expertise.
So these Thin Bloods just want protection.
Yeah, but once you're around her enough, they get pretty loyal, like to the death loyal.
Some that I've met have seemed to have other ideas. I'm curious if this will have any effect on her. And she's going to show the blood bomb that she got.
Ah, yeah. That's that dirty Thin Blood magic. I mean, I guess so. I'm not sure what it is. Did they tell you what it is?
They said that it would erupt into flame.
Well, yes. I don't think she'd appreciate that.
Is there any weaknesses of hers you are aware of?
She doesn't like to be bored.
Any people she cares about outside of her fortress?
No. Not a soul. Living or unliving.
Do you know of her history?
I know what has been written, and whether some of it was written by her or not, I can't tell you. She used to be a mage, like the original Tremere were. She is the child of Etrius, one of the first Tremere ever to be made. She was already old when she was made, surviving on their immortality potions at the time, till those stopped working for whatever reason, probably because they were pushing their luck. After that, there's stories of her making gargoyles.
Yes.
There's stories of her eating salubri. Story of a salubri lover that read more like a fairy tale. I'm not entirely sure if it's true or if she wrote it as some sort of weird fan fiction about her own life. Not that you would know what that is.
Salubri.
Yes, let's be generous and say it was real. What was the salubri's name? Is that documented?
It was, but it was stolen from our library during our leaving of the city.
I'm sure with your memory you could recall it.
I do not recall it. I never actually got to read it. It was stolen by a friend of mine who's dead now.
We're so sorry to hear that.
I'm not.
Must be very frustrating to lose that knowledge.
Not really. From what I gleaned from it, it seemed like a fan fiction of her own life. I think she might have written it.
Oh, I mean the stolen elements. If only there had been a way to replenish it.
Okay.
When you offered a history on the building, did this history come with perhaps now sealed entrances and exits? Or rumors of secret passageways?
Well, the catacombs are very nearby, so I suppose that is what you'd want to look into.
Do the catacombs run under the length of the building?
I really wouldn't know, but you might want to check. I'm not one to go
That's
into the catacombs. That's for the Hikata to do. Not me.
I could also easily do that.
Hope there's no traps down there. Weird that Thin Bloods are never down there. You should maybe ask them.
I know I offered a major boon in exchange for his information. He's just being so cagey. Or maybe he's just being a dick. Can I insight?
Yeah, what's an insight?
I spent willpower and I got 6 successes.
He's not lying. He's just an asshole.
But you know what? We crossed that off the list. Good to know.
Adanaeth, as you descended back down into the Elysium proper, Lily just, instead of going to speak with Cassian as she said she was going to do, she just sits down in one of the chairs. She pulls her legs up to her knees. Oh my god. She pulls her knees up to her chest, is what I meant to say. And she just sort of sits there, rests her head against her knees. The Malkavian Sibylla comes over to you, Adanaeth, and she says, "Please don't throw your cross at me again."
Don't earn it and I won't.
I'm sorry. I don't control what I see.
No, but you do control where you stand. And I hope it's not in my way again.
You should know it was Lily who sought me out, not the other way around. I had no idea she was so important. I would not have called her just a ghoul.
Are you threatening me?
I couldn't possibly understand how you would interpret that from my words. But no, should I be? Have you done something to be threatened?
Perhaps.
Would you like me to look? Have you forgotten in your years of slumber?
I already owe a great debt to one child of Malkav. I have no intention on owing a debt to two.
Your debt is paid. She's dead.
Liar.
No.
I will not partake of visions given in false tongue.
I don't speak in false tongues. Odd that you are saying such things. Perhaps it is because your heart beats. There's breath in your lungs and flush to your cheeks that you have forgotten our ways. It is all right. It is an honor.
You have forgotten your own ways. You called me by my name. Do you even remember the person that bore yours? Memory is truth. Not your cocked up visions. Not these strings of information that have been handed down to me on high from wise women as far back as I can remember. Memory is truth. So kindly, fuck off.
Memories fade. Memories are colored. What we see is truth. The recipients of the truth, though, fear it. It is why we are hated. Have a good rest of your evening, my lord.
I'll just lean over to Lily. She says he hit it right there. Nosferatu or Salubri. These bloodlines, these disparate fadings of the blood don't know what it is to be hated.
She looks up at you. Like you know what it's like to be hated. She stands up, walks away.
I'll stand up and follow her.
So, the rest of you leave Eugen, and you see Adonais following Lily, who is desperately trying to get a moment away.
You should give her space.
We entered into a compact with her. We would keep her safe.
My guards even gave me space.
When there are those who walk around outside of sight, in a place where we're not supposed to use our gifts. She doesn't leave my sight.
I don't speak of physical space.
What the fuck other kind of space is there?
I don't have the time or energy to explain that to you. Hand of God. But keep your hands and your tongue to yourself while she processes. You've never been locked in a cage, have you?
Don't you dare presume that I don't know what it is to have your heart broken by just the barest glimpse of freedom through bars. Vio, the path. What the fuck does that even mean? You pretentious cunt. And I'll just keep following Lily.
Good luck. Catacombs.
Yes.
Yes, that is also where I was attacked. Something to keep in mind.
Yes,
That's
there
where-
are now eyes that can see in the technology.
But also other traps were mentioned potentially being there. Something to look out for. I'm pretty good at scouting. It's what I was best at. Being unseen and taking in what others might not be able to see. But I could
Yeah.
check.
Well, can you see that which is invisible?
No. Not in this limited capacity, no.
Even amongst the most loyal, there has to be some dissent.
Yes, I agree. Melita, you said that there was one you spoke to.
Yes, the one called Titos. He was crafting concoctions to combat the witch.
Does he have rank amongst the Duskborn?
Or others that would follow him.
That I do not know, but it is something that I could find out.
Well, since they're in the same area, I say we start there.
Melita, can you make me a wits and awareness roll, please? 4 successes. With 4 successes, you feel something brush against you very gently. Something against the area between where your shirt and whatever bottoms you're wearing are connects. And you touch there, and you feel a piece of paper. And it is a very short note that says, "Find you later." It's written in very bad Greek. Like, obviously someone looked at Google and wrote it down, not that you would know what that is. Find you later, mole. I need an intelligence. Actually, from everyone who sees Melita pull a random note out, looks at it, can see it. I need everyone to make me an intelligence and etiquette roll.
So that's all hunger dice roll for me, and they were all skulls. Etiquette? I
This
don't know
is
her.
going to be a very funny interaction. You're gonna increase your hunger, Melita.
I'm now 4.
Burn a willpower.
Karak?
I rolled 1 hunger die and failed.
Like bestial failed or just regular failed?
Bestial failed.
3 and 3. Okay, this is going to be very funny as well. Karak, you're going to fall under your clan compulsion. Would you like to read that out for us? Again, since these aren't in the V20 sheets.
Absolutely. Until the scene ends, I gain a 3 dice penalty to manipulation and intelligence. It's what basically I take on a bestial or bestial appearance and growl and grunt and don't really
Yeah.
talk a whole lot.
Karak's eyebrows suddenly turn sort of inward and upward, very canine-like, as they start growling at the idea of someone passing Melita a note. They're just sort of snarling at it. Melita has an overt reaction, begins hissing at everyone and demanding to know who passed her a note. Because you had a double bestial failure. And as both of you watch this happening, where you, the two of you realize that the etiquette of the court is not so much as Prince Kasim said, it is that using your powers should never be overt. It's, you should never be caught using them. But powers obviously get used in Elysium.
He needs to bring them under order.
And Melita is right now almost getting, is crouching down on the ground, hissing and accusing everyone of passing her a note.
Melita, I believe that the name is on the note. It's you don't need to be this way.
And as Elvira says that, Melita, you remember there was someone you met called the Mole, and he's no longer up on the dais.
Melita's just gonna right herself, and as best as she can. She's still like hunched over. She's just gonna be, oh, right. That is right. I did meet somebody that's named the Mole.
I suppose you'll meet them again later.
Yes.
I need you all to learn the art of subtlety.
Shh. Vio says, as Adonaiah is following Lily from corner to corner of this room, and that's where we're going to stop for our break. Welcome back, everybody. Back from our bio break, and all of these K-Knights, whoops, not K-Knights, Kindred, need to go nappy pie for the day. They have learned some things at Elysium. They've met some of their modern compatriots, and to greater or lesser degrees, they don't like them. But, you know, whether they decide to do something about it or not will be decided in the future. But for now, they need to sleep, and all of them are varying degrees of hungry and tired, because it has been a very long night. For the record, we have been awake since episode 3. And we are going to start with Vio. So you're here in the room that was given to you. It's very nice. It's lush and lavish. There is a tub here. There are changes of clothes here provided for you. There's a mirror and a vanity as well. What do you do in the hour or so you have before you must sleep?
Vio does, in fact, take a bath.
Mhm.
Because, well, we've been asleep for a very long time. And it's one of those tradition things where after Iona would go to court, she'd take a bath and relax. But instead of having Theo by the tub, it's us. And Vio's just talking to them. It started with talking about the books and seeing what exactly us liked about them so we can get some more food that's similar to that. And then talking about Mika. And leading into, I think we're going to have to deal with those childer.
What do you mean?
They speak too much like her.
I never knew her.
I enjoyed what I learned. We never saw eye to eye.
I'm confused.
I know, you weren't there.
No,
But
that's
you're
not
here
why
now.
that's not why I'm confused. I'm confused
Mm.
because why does it matter? Do you want to stay? Are we staying here?
I don't know. I don't think I would like to stay in this city. I think I'd like to see what's become of my home, of my palace. No one was there to care for it. Or maybe Theo did. I want to know what became of him.
If a peacock could shrug, I would.
You can rustle your feathers, they're lovely.
Thank you. And he fans them out.
I do want to get on the island. Just to see if it's her.
While you are taking a bath here, you become very aware that there is a rattling window that is making a lot of noise, like a lot of noise.
Theo gets out of the bath and walks up to it.
As you get closer to it, the wind that is banging against it sounds like a voice.
Theo's gonna open the window.
The voice that comes to you is a voice you haven't heard in several hundred years, but it is a voice that you recognize immediately. And it is Stravka. And she says, "You have traveled far, beloved."
I did. It has been months in my mind, but still far too long from you, my love.
I am afraid that the Stravka you knew, she's gone.
Whatever pieces they are still of her.
She is broken. She is hollowed out. She has remade herself as she learned from you, but of course she never had the talent for it, did she?
No.
For you cannot use vicissitude to repair a mind and a heart broken.
I would try. I know the mind is not something I can repair. But the heart I broke,
it is only in these moments, when she sleeps, that she can feel who she was. That she can speak to you like this. For when she is conscious, the world rips apart for her anew every night.
I wasted so much time.
She told you that you would not meet her again. She was not lying. She rarely ever did.
No, she was not as I.
But she is in danger. Unwanted guests are coming to the island, and she is weakened from battles inconsequential to your understanding of these modern knights. Should you wish to see what is left of your sire, You should travel to Peacock Island. Save her if you can. If you cannot, you must retrieve what she holds in her body.
She might be gone, but that does not change that I would have loved her until the sun consumed everything. I will do whatever is needed.
I am sorry that you will have to carry this burden. The burden of loss, and the burden of what you will gain, should you agree to go to the island.
Any burden any part of her asked of me, I would bear. As soon as the sun sets, I will make my way.
There is no more communication from the wind.
For the first time in a very long time, Theo feels and closes the window and holds us as blood tears stream down their face.
Karak, in your room, you have been given a vessel to feed from. They were left in your room for you. It is a young man. He's dressed in very light clothing. And he doesn't look frightened, but he does look unsure as he stands there waiting for you.
What weighs on your mind?
Nothing. I don't know you. You're not one of the usuals.
The fear of the unknown, then.
Perhaps.
I could lose myself and drain you.
You aren't supposed to. That's what they tell us. It's that you're not allowed to.
Mm-hmm. Do I look like a man who is told what he can and cannot do?
No, and that is why I believe you see a unsureness in my eyes.
My actions will do more to put you at ease. But what I can tell you is this: I am not a beast.
He just nods.
And I will drink from it.
What hunger are you at?
3. Let me double check. Yes, 3.
Alright. How much would you like to take?
2.
Okay. So it's a very simple feeding. Unless you'd like to make it something more complex.
No, just a feeding. When he closes the wound, he just makes eye contact as he pulls away. And just sees if the fear is still there.
No, what is leaving his eyes is sorrowfulness. What you see in his eyes. He misses the ecstasy of the kiss.
Many have had you. And many more still will.
Is that a prophecy or a statement?
Take it as you wish. You may leave.
He nods his head, and he exits out. Of course, Alexander pops into your mind. Well, that was boring.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Maybe I was just special. Did you fancy me? I always thought so.
I barely knew you. Heathen prince.
What does that have to do with fancying someone?
As I told the boy, I am no beast.
Look, you can see a hot cock and still desire it, whether you're a beast or not. You and your sire out in the desert never got frisky with each other?
We're physical in other ways.
Oh. Oh, come on, don't be shy now. We share a body.
My own life in the beginning was spent fighting heathen prince, not lounging on silk pillows and supping from young boys.
Jealous, are you? That's sad.
The opulence that nobility brings is a weakness, and to see so much of my clan fall into it puts me in no mood for dalliance.
Maybe they fall into it because it is the better way to unlive. You ever think about that? Maybe the way that your sire slapping you around in the sand wasn't exactly what everyone else wanted to do, so they said, fuck it. Literally. And they did what they wanted to do.
It made me strong.
Oh yeah. You're a paragon of strength.
Could kill any one of them, Alexander.
So? That makes you strong?
Does being consumed make you strong?
I'm still here.
A voice, a whisper, one that no one else can hear. You have me and only me.
I know. I'm so looking forward to our journey together.
I've seen nobles fall time and time again.
You haven't seen shit. You're out with the camels in the desert. You saw me and you got a little jelly belly. And you let it control your desire. And now every time you see one of, as you call them, lounging nobilities, hedonists, you just think about me, don't you?
I barely give you a second thought until you're muttering in my ear. Desperate for my attention.
We'll get used to it. You and me are all we got. Especially with what lies ahead of us. Can't tell me you don't hear it yet. You don't hear it yet? She's calling you. You don't hear it?
I hear it.
So when are we gonna go?
When our mission is complete.
Super not fair. I don't hear Arakel calling me.
Tell me about Arakel. I have something I need to do. And your background noise, as grating as it might be something for me to listen to pay attention to, other than the pain.
Why don't you tell me about yours first? Everyone knows about Arakel. Paragon of beauty and art. Twin sister of the Malkov.
No one knows of my sire. No one now, while we slept, could whisper of him to you. You claim you heard things while I slept. Where is Ajav?
I don't know, and I don't care. His sire calls you. Don't you hear her? It's driving me insane.
I feel a pull, nothing more. And I will, as I'm talking to the voice in my head,
That's super there.
yeah, super there. I would like to use the Protean power, Heart of Darkness.
Okay. I have two questions. Where are you putting it?
Stupid question.
Hmm.
Did Lily have like a backpack or a bag or anything whenever we left?
Like most Europeans, yes.
Cool. While Alexander's talking to me, I'm gonna go steal her bag.
She's in Adonai's room.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because
That's
Adonais
right.
decided that Lily didn't get her own bedroom.
I'm gonna go knock on Adonai's door, actually, then.
Okay, well, we'll come back to that then.
Yep.
Melita, you also requested a vessel, is that correct?
I did.
Vessel in your room is also a young man. He's blonde and short, very young. He's dressed in sort of white linen.
Well, are you the one who I'm supposed to be feeding from then?
That is what I was told, yes.
Hmm. Is this something that you're used to? She's gonna start moving closer.
Yeah, I am, yes.
And how does that make you feel? She's gonna drag fingers across his skin.
During the process, I feel very good.
Well, physically. Do you not fear me?
No. I am a favorite of Adelheid von Au.
I see.
She sent me up personally as a gift.
Not a tainted one, I hope.
I don't know what you mean by that. My creek is very poor.
We'll see then. And I assume is he like sitting on a chair of some sort?
He's just standing there.
Just standing there?
Mhm.
I'm gonna just move up from behind him and very roughly grab at his hair and pull him into a fight and start drinking.
What hunger are you at?
Yeah, 4.
Make me a willpower roll, please. His blood is delicious. You can see why he's a favorite of the sheriffs, of Heidi's, and the fact that she's one of his favorites. Well, you remember how she talked to you rudely without the proper due respect of your age and clan and station, and you think, well, she's not going to get this gift back, and you are continue draining him. It is only when you get down to 1 hunger that you feel a hard hand against you, pulling the two of you apart. And the person who appears in front of you is, the door was never opened, is the man with the layers on, called himself the Werewolf or the Mole. And he says, I think that's enough.
Fine. I'm down to 1 hunger, you said?
Mm-hmm. He pulls down his layers and licks the wound closed, pulls them back up. And he says, get out. And Richard very quickly gets out of the room.
So what is it that you know? What is it that you wish to say to me?
I want to let you know that not all of us have forgotten about, some of us care about our past. Not all of us have forgotten where we come from. However, you should probably stop talking about the Baba Yaga. She is not well remembered and not beloved into the modern nights. She was a fiend. Not like your friend, the fiend, but she was a fiend. She tortured. She killed. The Russian government had to drop bombs on her. It was a mess for us. She broke the Masquerade again and again and caused more problems than she ever gave solutions.
So it took these bombs to take her down. It took...
Well, there was other problems. There was also a demon in the land, but that's really not important. Well, that's what they say anyway. Probably an errant werewolf spirit of some kind. But the point is that Baba Yaga is not beloved. You will not find followers of her in these modern nights, but I care about the knowledge that you have. I want to know. I want to rebuild what the Nosferatu used to be.
I see. Perhaps there is hope for you yet. In all honesty, I had intended on draining you.
If you're going to train someone who's useless, train Mads. I'm not useless.
That's what I was going to continue to say. You have proven yourself a useful tool. I like you. If you wish the knowledge that I have, then I will need the knowledge that you have, too.
You want to know how to get into Bergane unseen and slip past her traps, yeah?
Yes, I would like that very much. Is that information that you do have?
You must travel into the catacombs. You must rely on someone who has high levels of the Auspex powers to be able to seize these traps. You should also have someone who has a good ability for fighting some things that were left behind from the old days. There used to be a lot of Giovanni in the cities. They're gone now, but they left behind some pretty disgusting things in those catacombs. So maybe someone pretty ferocious who has no problem tearing through bone and skin and sinew. And you also need someone who can keep you disguised until you get into Bergane. I will draw you a map. I will show you the way.
Disguises I can handle. And I do have somebody that is quite ferocious that I know.
If I draw you a map,
Hmm.
and we sit here until neither of us can keep our eyes open anymore, will you write down everything that you can remember about the Bone Sanctum?
I'll give you its location.
Then I think we have a trade.
Agreed.
Elvira.
Yes.
Again, another young man in your room. He has long red hair. He's a lot older than some of the others you saw in Elysium. There's a graying around the edges.
When she enters and sees him, she will give him a nod and kind of set her things down on a table. And she'll begin to approach him. She's very methodical, it's just what they do.
Mhm.
And then she'll kind of see the gray. And she'll stop and ask, how long have you been in service here?
Since the early 80s.
And what drew you? Why the loyalty for so long?
I don't think I could live without the sensation, you know? I used to be a pleasure worker for the prince, not this prince, a different one.
I see. Right, well, your wrist, please.
He holds it up to you without hesitation.
And she'll go start to lean down, and then she'll hesitate for a moment, thinking about, that's actually quite sad. But then shake her head and drink.
And how much do you take?
2.
Simply, easily done. Of course, he looks upset when it's over. There's a sadness to his face.
Don't fret. You'll have many more years ahead of you of this.
I am happy they continue to keep me around, even though I am tasted less and less. It's disappointing.
Have you not proven your worth to them?
It's not that. I think they just prefer the younger ones, the pretty ones. Prince Kasim doesn't even feed here.
Do you have stories you can share? When I would be in court, some of the most sought after courtesans shared stories and poetry.
Do you think they'd like that?
I think so. It's worth a try.
When I was a university student, I wrote my thesis on Pablo Neruda. Do you think they would like to hear some of his poetry?
I think they might.
Thank you, miss.
She'll nod. You may leave.
And he does, swiftly. And as you survey the rooms, as I've described the other rooms, you see that there's something left for you on the vanity here. It seems to be a letter from Prince Qasim, as it's written in Arabic, so it's written from right to left. And it is instructions on how to communicate with the Kindred Sire. As you had requested when he brought it up, that Fatima was his grandsire, requested that you learn this ritual, that you had forgotten it in your sleep.
She reads it over, and once again, it's a hit to her pride, but it's less so now that she's actually met Qasim and spoken with him, and he's offered her such a high position. And she'll get to work, attempting to learn it.
As you look over to read it, a voice passes into your mind. And it goes like this. Hello, my dark Madonna. I'm sorry it's been so many years since I've spoken to you. I know I was doing it pretty regularly for the first few 100 years, but it's just a mess out here. This Gehenna war is only getting worse in these cities, and I can only help Fatima so much before she gets tired of me being around and my prattling, as she calls it. I was very much meant for the olden days. These modern nights are so difficult, and it just keeps going like that. Sebastian's voice. He's just sort of stream of consciousness talking to you.
He stops, and her brow knits together as she's just listening very intently. And in the middle of of the stream of consciousness, she just kind of whispers, "Sebastian."
The voice ceases. Elvira, are you awake?
Yes, I am.
Are you trapped in that sarcophagus? I left it locked with my blood so no one could open it.
It was opened. All of us are awake.
Are you near a mirror?
She looks up to the mirror.
Smear your blood on it.
She does.
And as you do, you see him appear to you in the mirror, and you to him, but he looks more assured now than when you last saw him, and he smiles when he sees you. You are awake.
I am, and you are alive.
Well, not really. And he shows his fangs.
When did this happen?
A long time ago. Long time ago. Not too shortly after you fell, Fatima came looking for you. She tried to make me leave, but I kept coming back to the sarcophagi, seeing you as often as I could. She offered to turn me, but I said I would only be emplaced, if I were ever to be emplaced, I would be emplaced by you, and I unlocked the sarcophagus for her, and she drained me and fed me your blood.
Thinking about it, is that, I suppose that is possible to sire somebody even in torpor.
He is using communicate with the Kindred Sire.
Yes. That, I had not heard of such a method to sire. I wish I had known.
Fatima was not pleased, but she said that my devotion was worthy of your blood.
Well, you were always loyal to a fault.
Where are you?
I'm in Berlin, in the Camarilla Palace.
I am with Fatima in Dubai. But I will come to Berlin. Will you wait for me? Please. Please don't leave or do anything rash until I see you.
Rash. Well, it's funny you mention it. I was planning on finding Fatima after my mission was complete, but I think I will stay, and I will wait for you.
I can't guarantee that I can get Fatima to come with me. Things are very bad in the modern nights, and they are only getting worse. The beckoning, the Gehenna War. Well, while you, not you, I mean more of a general you, wait with the European and American courts. They sit around. In this part of the world, things have gotten worse.
Well, perhaps when my business here is completed, as I have acquired more business than I started with, I will travel out there and see for myself.
You promise you won't... You promise you'll be there when I get there. It's been 700 years. I really don't want to be disappointed in my travel.
She looks at him in the mirror, at his eyes, very seriously. I promise.
And who am I to not take the promise of a Madonna?
There's a tick that has always been there that I don't think I've ever really noticed. She smiles and looks down.
When you look down and look back up, the communication has been cut. Karak, you are storming down the palace here to Adonaiath's door. And Adonaiath, you are inside with Lily. Lily has again gone into the bathroom and shut herself in there. She grabbed some clothes out of the closet, but she has remained in the bathroom. What have you been doing, waiting for her to come out of the bathroom?
I think Adonai's been sitting at the window just kind of, I guess, maybe like wrapping his fingertips against the glass. And with all of this nonsense, his mind is drawn back to the last conversation that he had with Uriel. The feelings that were there, trying desperately to remember what it was like to both love and hate him that much. Trying to just draw on some memory to make the things in between feel clearer.
As you think on those things, there is a very loud, obstinate knocking on your door.
Who's there?
Adonaiath.
Ah, Christ. I'll open the door. What's wrong with you?
I need Lily's bag. Or at least some sort of receptacle.
Alright. Come in, I guess. Ask the lady before you take her belongings.
He kind of scoffs, then looks around the room. She's hiding herself again.
I've heard my presence can be irritating.
He'll call out, Lily,
What?
I need one of your bags.
Okay. Does it really matter if I say yes or no?
No.
Didn't think so. Thanks, good talk.
He'll go to, does she have like a purse? Like a smaller bag than a backpack?
She has a fanny pack.
Oh, fucking perfect. We're taking her fanny pack.
And they usually wear it like a purse, not around the waist.
Yeah, he's gonna take that, and suppose I can just do it here. He said something earlier that made me think.
That's a dangerous proposition.
We're the only ones that are our equals.
Aye, the blood is thinned. But it doesn't have to stay thinned. Karak. The noble thing is to lock hands and walk into that good night and allow these Duskborn the privilege of inheriting our blood. They know what it is to fight. You saw them. They scrap for every inch of ground they have. If there is anyone worthy of inheriting our blood, it's them.
And so is that your intention? At the end of all this, to be consumed by a Duskborn?
Only after I split the fucking slug Tremere turned into. I will reclaim every drop of blood from Saulod. I will wipe the Tremere from the face of this world. And then I will rest.
May I ask you a favor in between your conquests?
We have dragged each other through seas of time. What is a favor amongst friends?
I don't know where I'll be going next. What will carry me to what land? What I do know is that I will continue to fight. And I have no intention of falling. I will teach my clan what it means to be untamed, unchained, to be clan of the beast. But to ensure that I need an assistance.
Let me ask you something, Karak. Have you ever made a childer?
Never.
Then you are the reason your bloodline has failed. Be the change you seek. Find a spot out in the scrap and start your own brood. Make them understand and make yourself understand them.
Perhaps. But that doesn't change. I don't know where I'll walk next. I don't know if I have a choice. So I'd like to give you something, and I need you to hide it. To keep it safe.
I'll do what I can, but you won't like where I hide it.
I can't know. And he will activate Heart of Darkness and reach into his chest.
3 rouse checks.
That's 3 failures, baby!
Mhm. So you gotta climb all the way back up to 4 hunger. And Alex said, this is a total waste of time. Why are you even bothering? What, are you gonna leave it here when we go off to find your sire? When we go off to whatever the hell is happening, wherever the hell we're supposed to be going? Come on, get those feet moving, not that heart.
Silence. Our continued existence relies on this.
You watch Krok reach into his chest and pull out his heart and put it in Lily's fanny pack.
I had heard this was possible, but I thought this gift was the domain of the snakes. Those heretics what my blood purged from the area of the Nile.
My sire was a creature that drank deeply. I inherited things I probably shouldn't have.
Cannot begrudge the gifts what God gives us.
It wasn't a god that gave me this.
Are you sure?
I'm not here to talk politics or religion with you, and I take this fucking bag.
Adnath will take it in his hands. It'll be in the first place you'd expect, but the last place you'd look.
I'm thankful. I have no idea what that means.
And that's when Lily opens the bathroom door, and she's standing there. She's wearing something she grabbed out of the closet, a long gray shirt that is both too big and too short because she's tall. And she has her hair up, and she sort of stops dead in her tracks. Okay, how many of you do I have to share this bedroom with?
Just one. Barack was just leaving.
I gave it to you as an equal, Adnath. I will leave.
As Croc leaves, Lily has her arms folded and she walks up to you, Adanaeth, and she opens her mouth a few times as if she's going to say something. She's struggling to say it. She's struggling to make eye contact with you. But eventually she does, and she says, "Why wouldn't you drink my blood at Cleopatra's?"
It was not offered freely.
You said, "Can I drink?" I said, "Okay." And then you walked out. Is it because someone told you 1,000 years ago to not drink my blood?
They did, but that wasn't the reason.
So what was the reason?
I don't want them to view you as something I just feed on.
They all view me as some sort of property that they can do with and discard as they please.
I don't.
Then what am I?
The amount of nights I've spent contemplating the same question. You are a mother who cares for her son.
So what? There's hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands out there like me. No, they're not all thin bloods. I don't care what Sibylla says, or what some German nun said, or what your mother said, and all the things that I heard tonight. I'm not the one that you're looking for, and I'll help you find whoever it is that you're looking for. Because what you're implying is that I'm supposed to eat you, and then you're gone, and then I'm here, alone.
You won't be alone.
No, I'll be with your crazy friends. Because they are crazy.
Absolutely batshit. Aye. But they'll, at least Karak and maybe the others. I'm actually not entirely sure how long any of them have been alive. I just know that they're all younger than me. I'm not sure how many of them will be able to stay.
You can't talk about how you don't believe in any of the Malkavians' prophecies, while at the same time you're looking at me to fulfill yours.
That prophecy was given to me by a human woman. The first. It's not about you fulfilling my fate. My fate ends with Anastasia. I'm trying to give you something great. Something worthy of someone whose greatest care in all of this, in and being adrift in the seas of power, even as low on the pole as you ride, is to look after a son, a child, and not in the way that Kianites call their offspring child. A real, living, breathing little boy. And if there is anything that I would give my life for, so you can have all the time that you can have with him, and you can protect him and look after him. Because all my great deeds, all my crusades, all the blood I've spilled, all the men, women, children that I've had to kill in my life, none of it amounts to anything that could be a shadow of the love you have for that boy. That love is worth protecting. My vengeance is a pale shadow. I am angry for what they did to my brothers. I am angry for what they did to my grandsire. My heart bleeds for all of them, but they were all monsters. Love is all that is worthy of worship. Fuck the All-Father. Fuck God on high. The love of a mother for a son, that is what I worship. And that will carry my blood.
Then why are you why do you want me to be a monster? How am I supposed to love him like I do now?
You will find a way.
Just admit that you are trying to fulfill a prophecy that you heard 1,000 years ago from the only woman you ever loved, your mother.
No.
This is Freudian at its finest. I can't.
No. I've just finally found what I believe in.
Me?
If only were that easy. I think you're as flawed and as fallible as the rest of us.
Sibylla told me that this would be my last slumber as a thin blood. What does that mean?
It means you will either maybe become human again, or you shall be the blood of my blood, bone of my bone, or someone else's. Who's to say? No fate is guaranteed. We could all get burned in our rooms tonight.
Why won't you let me be? Why won't you leave me alone? Why am I here? What do you want?
I want what all things want. To end. Whether it's by your hand or Anastasia's. I'm tired. And I will either have my vengeance, or I will fail like every one of my brothers and sisters.
Please stop talking like this and answer the question.
You are the only worthy person I've met of taking my blood. I would like to give it to you. Your body is frail. If someone comes for that boy and you have to protect him, you will heal and bleed like a mortal, and that boy is special. So if you think that the hunters won't come for him, if you think that the Kianites won't come for him when they know what he is,
Drink my blood, and I'll drink some of yours. A pact sealed.
He'll take her wrist in his hands. And he will tentatively, even still, it's been so long since he's fed, he almost wanted to see if he could hold off until the moment of his death. But he'll need his strength, so he will drink.
How much do you take?
I'm only at 2 hunger, so I will just take 1. And then Adonais will bite into his own wrist.
She stops you before you do that, puts a hand up. You have to trust me.
If I didn't trust you, I wouldn't drink from you.
I let you bite me. Now you let me bite you.
Turnabout is fair play.
She bites into the palm of your hand. Of course, it's been a very long time, Adonais, since you felt the ecstasy of the kiss. And it does, even from a thin blood, feel wonderful. Amazing. Blood is powerful, the strongest she's ever had. When she finishes, she looks up at you and she says, "Okay. But, I'm coming with you to Berghain." And she pats your face, crawls into bed.
Rest well. You'll need it.
And that is where we will end episode 5. Be with me for this evening. Thank you, everyone.